You can't get Tesco Hudl batteries anymore. Any of the ones that you find on eBay are old batteries pulled from old tablets, and um, the, the the battery cells themselves have had a lot of use, and they're probably not going to last very long. Um, so your options for battery replacement are very restricted. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually replace the actual cells in the pack, and you can actually, it took a lot of searching, but you can get the cells that this pack uses, um, and rebuild the pack and basically have a brand new battery again. Um, what you have to do, because I can't actually find the cells by themselves. You can buy batteries sold for the BlackBerry Z70, and they use exactly the same cell that's in the Hudl pack. And what we're going to have to do is remove the battery protection board and connector from the actual tabs, and do the same with the Hudl pack, and put the new cells into the pack. Getting the battery out, I mean, my battery is so bloated that it's actually removed itself from the frame, and it actually pushed the back of the tablet off. You need to remove this connector, but don't try taking this connector off if the battery's still in the chassis. These wires are very stiff and very weak, and they will break. I know plenty of Hudls where these wires are broken. So you need to undo you need to undo the 4 screws that hold the battery frame on. Now, obviously, I could take this battery off without doing this because it's released itself, but I'll do this anyway just to show you. And then once the those 4 screws are out, basically the battery frame will lift up, and carefully prise that away, and then that will come away, and that's your battery frame, which my battery has removed itself from. Let's get this out of the way. You can see my battery, that is well swollen. Now I don't actually know what I'm going to find under here, because I've never done one of these packs before. I know what I'm doing, but I've just never done one of these packs before. So we're going to need to get the we're going to need to remove this label, basically. Just remember that these are lithium polymer cells. If you put something sharp through the pack or short things out, you're going to potentially have catastrophic battery failure, potentially even a fire. So just be careful. They're not as frightening as some places make them out to be, but they still need to be treated with respect. Come on. I was hoping that this label would be reusable, but I'm not sure if it's going to go, how well it's going to go back on. It's not really important. Just remember, when you're doing this, when you're removing this label, at this end along here is a circuit board. That's the battery protection board, and what connects the two separate cells to the cable that you plug into your Hudl. If you break this board, you're going to have to get another pack. Okay. Right, so you'll see pack is the same size. Oh, something I need to mention. These are these are the 3.8 volt lipo batteries. They're not 3.7. They're a very slightly different voltage, and they're charged to a higher voltage than most lithium polymer cells. You must get the right battery. If you put a normal 3.7 volt lipo in, even if it physically fits, you're going to overcharge it and have a bad day. But you see, I know the camera's not great on this, but you see they are the same battery, same part number, same everything. This is this same cell as these. Right, okay. What we need to do is carefully lift the board up to reveal the tabs connecting to the protection board. And we're going to need to do the same thing with our replacement cells. Sorry, this is taking a bit of time. I think it's better that you actually see what's got to be done than just showing you some ready prepared cells, which, you know, it's not really showing you how to do it, is it? you're going to need a pretty decent soldering iron for this as well. Yay! So that's one. It's one pack. Alright, we're going to have to do the second one now. You need to, oh yeah, there's something else. Don't replace one cell and then the other. You must remove both cells from the balance board. If you connect a brand new cell into the board with the with one old cell, I mean the protection board should do its job and isolate the two packs, but just to be on the safe side. Right, so yeah, that's what it looks like when it's brand new, with all of its outer package tape and everything else on. So again, we need to remove all the tape around it. Be very careful with these cells because these are your new ones and you don't want to damage these. And yeah, that's the other thing. You see, I've just pulled the tabs up slightly. Just got to be very gentle because these tabs aren't very robust and they can only take a certain amount of flexing. Right. So once you've got it, and look at that, all the tapes come off as well as a result. So gently bring this up so that again your tabs are straight like that. This is where your soldering iron comes in. I'm running my soldering iron at 400 degrees. And what should happen, if you can get enough heat on this tab, come on. And it doesn't want to play ball. Okay. If we get some solder, there we go. And that's released. Just do a little bit of solder on the edge to creep into the connection. Here we go. So we've got the replacement, the balance connector for the replacement cell off. Success. So we now have our replacement cells. It's a bit long, I know, but I've searched. Even though I can get these cells sold for the BlackBerry Z30, I can't find these cells like this with nothing on the end. I've searched and searched, and I just can't find them anywhere. And I've spent hours looking. So move those out of the way for the sec. Now we need to do the same for the Hudl pack. This is the frightening part, because if you screw this board up, you basically you're going to need to find a new pack. Tell you what I'm going to do. This will make life a lot easier. I'm actually going to cut the pack out. And now removing these tabs will be a lot easier. Obviously you can't do that with the new battery, new cells. Right. See how much easier that is with the old cell removed. Let's get some solder in that. You want just enough solder so that you can you can get some heat transfer in. There we go. Just be careful not to short anything out whilst you're doing this. Remember your battery orientation. Battery goes in this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I keep these cells up the right way so that I've got something to reference against. Ouch, that's hot. This might actually come off without solder as it goes. Yeah, there we go. And it looks like there's enough solder around. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a tiny bit of extra solder onto these pads. Now be careful, you put too much heat into these, you're going to lift the pads and that's it, game over for the board. Right, line your contacts up nice and straight, get some heat into the back of it. And eventually the solder underneath is going to melt. And that's on there. Repeat for the other side. That melted a lot quicker. Now I can see that I've actually soldered this slightly over to that side further than it should be. Nothing I can really do about it other than to try to heat these up and lift them off again. I'm not going to do that. It will do, it will fit. Just bear in mind that you need to get it as close as possible. Here we go, solder's melting. So there we have it. Our new Hudl battery pack. I can't remember which way how these bend in. I'm gonna have to figure this out now, because this connector, these tabs are gonna need to fold in a certain way. Okay, yeah, I know which way they're going to go. You'll see what I mean in a sec. I'm sorry for the way I come across on video. This isn't something I normally do. Not very good at talking and explaining things. But this is something that I've not seen done anywhere else, and if it can help somebody, I want to put it out, even if the video is a bit crappy. It's still going to show you the basics, isn't it? So what you're going to need to do is, very carefully, you need to work this down. Right, let's do it so you can see what I'm doing. Work this down so that these tabs are bending sort of in on themselves. So you know, this tape which I used, that you might have seen if you've taken stuff apart before, this is heat proof stroke heat resistant electrical insulating tape, and it's called Kapton tape. You can get it quite cheaply from China. You know what? I'm going to stick a bit across here. Keep the pack together. You don't want to be stressing out the solder tabs. You can see the manufacturers put Kapton tape around the outside. It's a widely used product in electrical stuff. Now, as you can see, you know, it looked sketchy at first, but our end result is pretty good. Now the question is, can we reuse this outer bit? Just remember, like I say, be careful with this connector. These wires are incredibly fragile. It's never going to look perfect you when you've pulled this off, but it's going to help to hold the two cells together. Ta-da! Right, before I put the cell back in here, this has got double-sided tape. If I can, I'm going to remove this and put new tape in. But you know what? I'll do that in a second. We'll demonstrate this this pack working first, because I'm sure that's what you want to say. Again, careful with this connector. It's so fragile. Alright, so we're plugged in. Where's the power button on? And it's not powering up. I think that's probably the balance board, balance and protection board. Alright. There we go. It just needed the balance board just needed kicking in. So we'll unplug the charger again now. It just needed the protection board needed resetting with the charger. So as you can see, our battery's working. We're all sorted. So now I'm not going to show you the rest of this. I don't think I really need to. Basically now just gotta, you know what, I will show you. You know, might as well show you the full job. You can stop watching now if you don't want to see it. So we're gonna this is coming off nice and easy now, so this won't take long. Your double-sided tape might be in better condition, and you might be able to just put the battery back down on it. But where my battery was all swollen up, it's oh, that's typical, isn't it? I can't see the double-sided tape now. Bear with me. I know where some more is. One side. If your tape's as wide as this tape I'm using, I do recommend you trim it off like I'm doing, because you don't want it sticking to the actual Hudl chassis, just this battery frame. Alright, let's get this switch back off again. Nearly forgot my own advice then. You don't want to strain this battery. This battery connector, so I'll lift it up so it can, as I remove this connector, there we go, you see how the battery slid back rather than stressing out the wires. And I can't remember which way around this goes. Goes that way. Right. Now the original battery still just about worked. Like, I mean, as in, it was enough for the Hudl to say, okay, yeah, I'll power up if it was plugged into the charger. If you unplug the charger, then that was it, stopped working instantly. But yeah, I don't even know how old this Hudl is. I got it as a Christmas present years ago. I mean, it's got to be what, 7 or 8 years old now, and if these cells are as good as the good quality as the original, then it should last a good number of more years. Now, I'm gonna hate this video. I know I suck at being on film, but I'll still upload it because, like I say, there is nothing. I've searched online and that I can't find any information where anybody's done this, and so many Hudls are going to be coming to the end of the life of their batteries. This is just the camera connector. It's come out where it's been. I've been using it with the back off because it, like I say, the swollen battery actually forced the back cover of the Hudl off. I'm tempted to just leave this off. I don't even use the camera. There we go, I got it in. These have got little flaps that lift up, but as you might be able to see, this one's actually damaged and I don't want to lift it because I'll probably end up breaking it. Okay, so power it back up again. Here we go. And somewhere, yeah, somewhere. What did I do with it? Here we are. This is going to be a novelty. I've been using it with no back on it for so long. Right. When you're putting the cover back on, do the buttons first. Get them over the buttons. Then clip the rest of it together. To take it apart, get a blade. Best place to... That button's not lined up, so I can show you. I need to take the cover off again anyway. Get a blade in. Right, just gently lift it up. You see, once you've got it started, they start to pop off quite easily. Basically, these little catches along the outside here. You just need to lift the edge up to release it from the frame. Right, I got it sorted that time. So there we go. Got all sorts of crap over the screen. Battery's going to need a good charge now, but Hudl should last a good few hours on a battery now. So yeah, like I say, sorry about the way I am on video. This isn't something I normally do, but I thought it was it'd be useful to other people to see how to sort out a Tesco battery, Hudl battery, because I'm sure there are loads out there with knackered batteries, and people basically, if the battery stops working, the tablet will not power up. You can't. The battery has to be present, and the tablet needs to think that the battery is viable, else it won't power up. So basically the battery, even if you wanted to just use it on the charger, the battery is absolutely crucial. I just realised that the camera's moved. Sorry about that. I don't know what sort of angle you've been watching at for a while, but it's better than nothing. Hope this has been useful to you. Thanks.